the patience, the wish, the creation, and the faith within. Beauty, passion, ambition, love. I am pure guidance, success, adventure, abundance, luxury, peace. Hi Aries, and welcome to your mid-month forecast for January. Let's go ahead and take a look to see what sort of messages may be present for you. Now, I know I normally don't do mid-month check-ins, but January is a very big month. We have eclipses that are taking off, and let's see, it might stir up a few events and really change the direction for you. So let's see what we have here. Three of Cups starting off the reading, predicting great time for celebration, great news making its way to you, positive changes happening in your life. Perhaps coming together with family and friends could be on the horizon. Birthday parties, celebration, anniversaries, whatever this may be. So great time. Get ready for some partying, it looks like, mid-month January. Okay, and this is being complemented with 8 of Cups. So for some of you, this might be predicting that on the outside, everything looks amazing, but on the inside, there might be a little bit of a battle happening internally because emotions are being stirred up. Why? Well, could be you showing up at an event, but perhaps not with the person you wish to be with, not with the group of people you wish to be with, or perhaps you might see something at this party that you didn't want to see. The world is... So the events happening outside in the world is what is affecting you, it feels, okay? And what that can do is sometimes push you towards making a decision that you wouldn't have made otherwise had you not been emotional, had you not been feeling this way, perhaps feeling hurt, perhaps feeling unloved, okay? But whatever this may be for you, Aries, note that there is great love here for you. There is great love here, there is great love in the universe, and good things are coming, even if they're not coming yet, even if you can't see them yet, which is what these cards are saying. Note that they are on their way to you, because we do have here the Empress card, and the Empress card is ruled by Venus. Venus is the goddess of love, beauty, and romance. So something very different is going to come up towards the end of January. Perhaps the second last week of January is when you might feel this. 21st of January is when we have a supermoon, the first of the year. It is happening in Leo, and there's also a lunar eclipse. And during this time, Venus will be squaring Neptune. And what that does is it's the perfect recipe for romance. It's the perfect recipe for creativity and something new to make its way to you. Okay, so that is being predicted by these cards right here. Notice the number 3. In the middle, it may feel as though, and in the middle I mean, once we start off mid-month Jan, and going into that, the energies are such that they can play out at a different time for everyone, but it is very much possible that around the 17th and 18th, you might feel a little bit of the emotions really acting up. But during this time, just remember that it is getting better. Okay, because the Empress and the Strength card are here for you. And they are very much reflective of the fact that something new is about to blossom in your life. And the strength is being given to you to undergo a difficult period if and when it comes for some of you. Okay, for others, you're going to be just fine. You're going to be able to handle and tackle it really head on. Okay. But for those of you who need a little message, know that strength is being presented to you by universe and by God, depending on your belief system as well. So moving forward, the Strength card also represents Leo, as I mentioned. So some of you might be dealing with a Leo. If not, could be another fire sign, such as Sagittarius or yourself, Aries. And if that's the case, if you are dealing with another fire sign, then there is communication that is possible between the two of you, especially if it has not happened for a very long time. Okay, so communication is opening up, and this might be around the time of 22nd of January, so right after the full moon. We also have Venus in Sagittarius in conjunction with Jupiter in Sagittarius. So that's a very positive time for communication, for receiving good news. Six of Pentacles here, also predicting great news making its way to you. For some, this will be financially speaking. For others, this will simply be the act of receiving something positive from either another source. Could also be in the form of cash. Okay? We also have here the Queen of Swords as well as the Knight of Cups. So, yes, for many, this is about receiving a news from someone who you hold really close to your heart, okay? And at first, it may not feel as though this is what you want to hear, but as a result, by the end of January, you will realize that there is bigger news, greater news making its way to you, and someone is definitely making themselves being heard in your life. Okay, if that's the case, if you're dealing with an air sign, Queen of Swords is representing that energy of perhaps another air sign in your life, air sign being Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or it could simply be representing the fact that once we move into the Aquarius season, that is the time to really speak your heart, speak your soul, and voice yourself. It's a great time to give to your throat chakra as well, especially if it feels blocked. If you're unsure, reach out to a healer who might be able to give you clarity on this. Okay, you can also email me if you need clarity on that, but that is a possibility for some of you. But once we move into Aquarius season, if you do the right amount of healing work on that, it will really help. There might be something that's holding you back from saying something that you really want to say, and you don't like that, Aries, it feels. But once we move into Aquarius season, that might be the right time to say something or speak up. But prior to that, perhaps it might be better to hold off, especially, Mars in your sign, squaring Mercury in Capricorn on the 8th of January, it stirs up this stormy field, you can say. Confrontations happening, arguments happening, and it won't necessarily reach a solution. It'll only make things worse. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. Okay? So that's why I say that if there's something very important that you wish to kind of get off your chest, maybe wait till end of January. Okay? So that's what's here in the cards for you, Aries. Very interesting, very different. Know that great news is making its way to you towards the second last week of January. Now, Four of Swords, the High Priestess, and Eight of Pentacles, along with the Eight of Wands. These cards are suggesting that there is something that is holding you back, for sure. Perhaps it's keeping you at a distance from other people. And if you wish to close that distance, please reach out to a healer. Excuse me. If instead you would like to work with yourself, perhaps, meditate or, doing yoga, listening to music, whatever makes you feel a little bit better. This is also, again, a great time to do just that with the High Priestess. It's about listening to your instincts, meditating, perhaps doing the full moon, the new moon and the full moon ritual, going through the phases of the moon, right? Look at the crescent moon, right? That's right here. Understanding yourself a little bit better, giving yourself that additional time. If you need it, no problem, take it, because it's a great time to be doing just that. Okay? And then we also have Eight of Pentacles along with the Eight of Wands, and these cards right here are representative of, well, the number 8 is first off very lucky. Second off is representative of the infinite universe that surrounds us. And if you were debating on how to move forward with your career, or if you need to make some major changes, many times the Eight of Wands predicts travel, so perhaps there might be travel involved with making these changes, but not yet. Perhaps towards February is when this might happen for you, just because these cards are under the deck, but that is also present, and that might be the reason why you might be why there might be distance between you and the other party, or perhaps the people that surround you in general, okay? Knowing that, the Magician is also here. Knowing that, the cards are saying that things are about to get better. So if you need to take time off to perhaps understand something a little bit better, no doubt, go ahead and do it. It will really help you. If you need to travel to make something happen, it's a great time to be doing that as well. Okay, because what ends up happening is more doors end up opening for you as a result of this decision. All right? All right. So last but not the least, 31st of January might be an important time period for you where you might receive materialistic gain, just because Neptune in Pisces is going to be sextiling with Saturn in Capricorn. So that's what these cards might be hinting towards. But we'll go ahead and wait for the February reading to better understand where these cards are headed towards. Or if you like, you can always get a personal reading, perhaps in particular to do with business, if you like. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning into this mid-month forecast. If you did like it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much, and see you in the year ahead reading that I'll be posting soon. Until then, have a beautiful month. Thank you. Beauty, passion, ambition, love. I am pure guidance.